But we see here where the still on the spot tip over there. Listen, we see the government should be, you know what I'm saying? We see the government should be freedom's strongest defender, especially America that preach so much about it, but never really, you know what I'm saying, have shown that in all ways, because you have always had a demon democratical vibe in the North and the South. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But it should be, the freedom's greatest defender, not its greatest threat. And that's a fact. Travis Berman, senior counsel for the Alliance Defending Freedom, said in a Washington statement, you know what I'm saying? Americans don't look to the White House or Silicon Valley to discover and express the truth. And that is a fact. Because these type of people feel they think for us. That's not the role of the government, and it certainly isn't the role of big tech pharma. Oh, in more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? The brief came just before the Oracle, which, you know what I'm saying, previously announced a collaboration in 2021 with the GDI to engage in brand safety. You know what I'm saying? Told Washington Examiner that it would no longer maintain a relationship with the group launch. You know what I'm saying? With the group with the relationship with the group Microsoft launched in Microsoft Billy the Nut goes anymore. You know what I'm saying? Launch in and launch an international investigation 2 months ago. You know what I'm saying? When we see the situation 2 months ago, its partnership, you know what I'm saying, with the GDI on on the heels of an ad industry whistleblower. You know what I'm saying? Leaking data showing how conservative sites were labeled by Microsoft owner. You know what I'm saying? Company, extra as false, misleading, and hate speech. You know what I'm saying? You see how they did it? You see how they did it? You see how they did it? But they hide it behind the truth because they don't do no hate speech, with even Biden saying the Ku Klux Klan were heroes and so on, and said that he never said it. The crime bill. You know what I'm saying? Trying to down the filibuster, blowing the debt ceiling wide open and keeping it wide open and spending all kind of money, sending millions of dollars over there to Ukraine and different places. And even got our soldiers over there too. You know what I'm saying? Spending billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? And the American people receive very little or none at all. Now, you know, say if people in America is going to make a change, it's not only going to come by way of government and by way of Donald Trump or creepy ass Joe Biden. You know what I'm saying? They when the only thing's going to bring this to overstanding is when the American people and the people as a whole in the United States, you know what I'm saying, wake up to they have been bamboozled and ramboozled and bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? Period. You know what I'm saying? But many of them have been tricked into the societal game that they play, uh, psychological in many ways, and reversible psychology in many ways, that bring forth the psychological understanding that may seem to be right, but at the same time it's not right, because when you look at it in itself, the people has been engaged in supporting the bullshit in itself. So over the years and years and years of you following down that track, what do you expect was going to happen in the long run? Anyway, same goes for Africa in many ways. And I'm saying we got a lot of brothers and sisters. Well, they ain't no brother, sister of mine, but a lot of them, you know, saying look like us, black like us, but they're not true heart. They're not true heart humanitarians of original man of the land. They more or less working with the beast. We have a lot of black scientists that, you know, have been paid and bought off, paid and bought off. You know what I'm saying? And now instead of doing scientific work for the black community and the black people as a whole, they're busy working for the beast, you know what I'm saying, to destroy, you know what I'm saying, the people as a whole, not just only black people. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get that out of your head too. You know what I'm saying? Because they're now moving on everybody. And what proved that is AI. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. But we see company extra, or whatever, as false, misleading, hateful, or uh, re- reprehensible offense. Some of these websites, these creepy motherfuckers is crazy. Some of these websites have been targeted by campaigns, have been targeted by the campaign, have included Washington Examiner, the New York Post, you know what I'm saying? Damn, you know what I'm saying? Real Clear Politics, the American Conservative, Town Hall, Reasons, Newsmax, the Daily Wire, you know what I'm saying, and the watchdog group, you know what I'm saying, Journal Watch. Damn, creepy ass Joe Biden will not a cheating election. You know that? Woo-hoo! There we go. After conducting a review, we agree, you know what I'm saying, others in the advertising industry that that the service we provide marketers must be in full support of the freedom speech. And that's perfectly right. It should not have come under any kind of fire or manipulation by government officials in any shape or form. That is treason. That is collaboration in the collaboration of collaboration and collaborating to destroy the United States and the United States and the American people by way of great conspiracy in its fullness that provides, you know what I'm saying, death in this way. You know what I'm saying? And we must look at this. We must look at this. After conducting a review, we agree, others in the advertising industry, that the service provide marketers must be in full support of freedom of speech, which is why we are ending our relationship. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. You know what I'm saying? And I would too if I was in their shoes. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? They're ending the relationship with the GDI. You know what I'm saying? And they need to end it with creep ass Joe Biden and the rest of the log nut squad. You know what I'm saying? That goes for Obama, Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton, you know what I'm saying? And all the rest of them. Even Bush and Bush father, they know how to pass this baton in the shit that they do. And you know, saying, well, even if one passed away, he passed the baton to the next one, and he go down the same road and keep the same plan. It's preaching that good old righteous shit, but in its fullness, it's garbage when it comes to the people and the shit that they do to them. You know what I'm saying? But we see Michael Egbert, vice president for the corporation communication at Oracle, said in a statement on Wednesday, yeah, but now after y'all allow it to go down, and after all this was done and said, and all this was put on the people, and all this was, blocking the people from doing what it's supposed to do, all of a sudden now, these companies and these different people is now bringing out the information that should have been brought out a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So who's trying to clear their name? But meanwhile, the GDI, the GDI's, co-founder and CEO, Claire Melford, was sent a letter on Tuesday by Representative Kent Buck, Republican of, I think, Colorado, it looked like, who demanded it its two affiliate non-for-profit group in the U.S. release and a complete and unredacted list of donors. The letter came days after the Washington Examiner investigation revealed that the private Foundation, also known as the Disinformation Index Foundation. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. Also known as the Disinformation Index Foundation. And when we look at it, it's affiliated public charity. You know what I'm saying? Disinformation Index Incorporated are shielding items like board members, officers, and donors from its tax form. It is claiming to be, harassed under a little known federal exemption law. Ooh, my. It is unclear if the group were approved by the IRS for exemption. Nonetheless, the tax experts say the provision does not allow them to refuse to disclose basic information about themselves to the public. Oh, yeah. This is outrageous, Paul. Uh, I guess his name is Kamena, counsel to the National League and Policy Center, a conservative watchdog that plans to file a IRS complaint against both the GDI group, said last week. The GDI do not return to request for comments. I didn't expect them to. I wonder why. You know what I'm saying? But it goes to show exactly what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? When we look at the whole situation, that is what we see. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one. We see a lot of garbage that went on that was allowed to even go down in the first place. You know what I'm saying? All in the matter. But what pissing me off is that you're talking about misinformation, disinformation, all this confusion and chaos that you cause in the country, and now you're trying to tell me that, you know, it's all coming clear. You know what I'm saying? What happened to coming clear when the people was under all this stress of the weaponization of the government against the people based on a pandemic, based on something they wanted to make them to do? You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they did. They made them do it. They made them feel that they have to do it. They made them feel, even when that part wore out, you know what I'm saying? They made them feel that if you want to get a job in the United States, if you want to keep your job, you gonna do it, and so on. You see what I'm saying? So we know there's a lot of bullshit, but now we see a lot of people are spilling out the beans and making it seem like, it's all so cool to just hear and the truth to come out, and then everybody just to go back to normal. So, oh, well, it's the government, they do. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, is more than the shit they have been doing, is the point. And that's the point in which people are missing. You know what I'm saying? Is the shit that they have been doing is the point. You know what I'm saying? In more ways than one, you know what I'm saying? Even when we look at Mayor Eric Q Ball, Demon, Democratic Adams, you know what I'm saying? He ain't fooling nobody with that bullshit that he pulling. You know what I'm saying? He full of shit then and he full of shit now. And I still don't see no good that he's doing for the black community in the United States. You know what I'm saying? So he probably bull and damn sure a demon blood clot Democrat. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? When we see, even we see here Biden dirty tricks put the U.S. in a preco- pre precautious position with Russia and China. You know what I'm saying? Yes, it did. They put us in a hell of a position. If that's the game they're playing based on the mix in which they bring in the fear, you know what I'm saying? Because when you say the U.S., you're talking about all its citizens, and all the citizens don't agree with the garbage and the bullshit that y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the way we see it. You know what I'm saying? So while you talking, and that don't mean all the people in Russia, also all the people in China, they don't agree with the bullshit that they're doing. You're speaking about a group of do same thing. We have the same problem when we look at um, uh, Sudan. You know what I'm saying? We got two generals over there fucking causing havoc in the fucking country. And most of them is on outside influence by the Americans, Chinese, and all type of different groups up in there that should not be there. You know what I'm saying? And they in there and they caused this. They worked this up till it became this situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's a simple phrase: a hungry man is a hungry man. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it, so you know for well what these people are greedy as a fuckery that we should see. So at the same time, don't you think that these two generals have been fed, you know what I'm saying, as a hungry man, and now that they're seeing the goodness of the royalty of all the good sweetness of their shitty labor in Sudan, you know what I'm saying, now they want to take full control and full power because, there's oil, gold, and all kind of shit there that belongs to the African people and not them at all. Why are they in Sudan is beyond me, because Sudan was all black and all African. So what is these Europeans and these foreigners doing in Sudan is the question and the investigation that we must dig deeper into. And that's the way it's going to be. So this is Point Black, saying in more ways than one, I ain't done with it yet. I'm coming in with another one, but I'm just gonna take a 15-minute break and I'll hit y'all niggas back.